Hey everybody, it's Jeff with Jeff's Jet Boat, and today we're going to go over a few of the Flyhigh quick connect disconnect fittings that they offer and what I use and how I use them. So enjoy. All right, everybody. So right here I have my center locker bag. It's a 750 pound. This is the W707, and I have a couple of fittings here from FatSac from Flyhigh. One is the standard disconnect that you're used to with the cap, and then this one right here. This one is the W744. This has got one that this fitting actually has a check valve in it. That's what this little thicker part is right here. So the reason I use this one on my center locker is basically to help keep the mess under control. I'm gonna demonstrate that real quick with this one over here. And see, when I take the pump off, air's shooting out of it, just as if water would shoot out once you fill it up. Water spills out all over the place. It's in your bilge. So you have this bag on your floor. It makes a mess. Now we'll come over here to the one with the check valve in it. And the air is just barely leaking out as I even push on it. So with water, the water will push against this flap on the inside, and you'll pull your pump off, and there'll just be a tiny little dribble, and that's it. Not a geyser shooting out like before. Now, not only do you get this check valve right here, and I'll pull this off and show you exactly what it looks like. And that's it. So you got a little flap right there in the middle, so you can push the flap through like so, but when the water is coming out this way, it pushes against the flap and seals up. So water coming in pushes the flap down, and then as the bag fills up, the pressure pushing out pushes this flap closed. So then you wonder, well, how do I suck the water out when I go to drain it? Well, it comes with this fitting right here to put on your pump. So when it's time to drain, this fitting right here goes through and then allows you to drain the water out. So this works awesome. So if you have a bag on the ground and somewhere where you can't access very well, this works great. Yeah, and again, it comes with this fitting right here, and this just unscrews from the pump. Super, super simple. And just as a comparison, here's what the original fitting looks like. Now, it does bring the output down smaller than this one. As you can see, the hole is smaller, so it's gonna flow less water. I don't notice a difference. It doesn't bother me. It keeps the boat from swamping out, getting water everywhere. It's totally worth it. Absolutely worth it. And of course, the other end of your pump still remains the same. And that's it. Highly recommend it. Now, a little trick you can do for us jet boaters that have the swim platform bag. I'll show you what I do there. Okay, everyone. Now, what I do for my swim platform bag. So here's my swim platform bag. As you can see, I have your standard disconnect up top, just the way as it comes from FatSac. But what I've done is I've added another one of these check valves down here at the bottom. And as you can see, it just barely lets it out, and that's with air. With water, it is just a trickle, just a trickle. So what I do is I have 2 pumps, and I will fill up everything in the boat first. So I fill the center locker, I fill my 2 400-pound bags that are underneath the seats, and then I fill this one up last. And I put 1 pump up top, I put 1 pump down below, and this thing fills up super fast. And then of course, I still have a vent right here. And that's awesome. It works great. Works great. When I need to empty the bag, honestly, I typically just pull this center drain plug right here, and I just let it run out while I'm emptying the rest of the bags. You know, it just works just fine. So those are my little recommendations. What you can do to help keep the water mess down, the spillage, and all that out of the boat. It just makes a huge difference. Alrighty, so next talk about are the Supa Tsunami pumps from Flyhigh. Pump is awesome. I mean, they flow fast, flow super fast. I did have to do a modification. So these come with these reinforced inch hose versus the old style pumps that just had the clear hose that would kink real easily. This won't kink. Problem is, it is stiffer, and because of that, on the other Tsunami, the original Tsunami pumps, you actually had a 90-degree bracket that came off the pump. With this, the original hose came off, and then you almost had to have quite a bit of room to get it to bend. All I did is I went to my local hardware store and just bought a plastic 90-degree 1-inch T or 1-inch elbow. Put it in there, bada bing, bada boom, that fixed it, and a couple of hose clamps. And that's it. These pumps are awesome. I highly recommend. Even if you have 1 bag, it's nice to have 2 of them. If you're gonna add later, you have a backup, and that can be very, very important. So one thing about using these quick disconnect fittings that can kind of be a pain in the butt is when you're going to put the pump on, and you pull it out and you get it locked in, but as you turn this, the fitting can turn with it, and it just does not stay locked. So what you can do to keep these things from, number 1, not twisting out, is you go to your local hardware store and just buy some regular clear PVC cement. Dry the threads off, take a little bit of this and put it on the threads, just a tiny bit, and then screw it in, and it will bond to the threads in the bag. And you can take them back apart. You have to use a heat gun to heat it up, but it will come back apart. And then that way, if you have these disconnect fittings that spin on you, it will solve that for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just kind of what I do with my ballast bags. I do not have an automated system, not yet, but this works really well. I mean, for a ballast pump, for a reversible ballast pump, I can buy, a couple of these, and it works great. And it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe, and thank you so much, guys. See ya. Bye.